Video game violence. Does it make people violent, or is it just for entertainment? We asked students around the school to see what they had to say. To get the facts, we spoke to Mr. Left, who wrote a paper in college about violence and video games.
The issue of whether or not there is a connection between violent video games and aggressive behavior is a constantly evolving and frequently debated topic. The subject has sparked multiple lawsuits, conflicting philosophies, and mostly inconclusive and underdeveloped research.
What system do you play?
Xbox 360.
Sega Genesis. Sometimes I'll play on my Game Boy DS at night.
I play a lot of Xbox.
I play on the computer mostly.
Xbox.
Xbox 360.
What's your favorite genre of video games?
My favorite genre is I usually play a lot of first-person shooters, but I'm very entertained with sports games. Sports games are very fun. I usually play a lot of FIFA.
A lot of role-playing games like Skyrim and Oblivion. And I also play online games like Battlefield 3.
COD. I used to play Halo, but I sold that. It's pretty bad.
First-person shooters, killing people, Call of Duty.
What I think that makes video games fun is just the competition online, pretty much just versing other people. It just gets intense, and sometimes it's just fun playing with friends and everything.
When you get to kill people you don't know and you just get the stress relief.
Distracts me from my schoolwork.
Psychologists define violence and aggression as the intentional injury of another person. However, as Jeffrey Goldstein, PhD, states, there is neither intent to injure nor a living victim in a video game.
Right off the bat, Grand Theft Auto is the most fun game I've ever played, but is extremely violent and is very bad for children to play.
Can you give an example?
Beating somebody up, taking their car, and pretty much using that car to run people over. It's not good.
Probably stuff like Gears of War, with a lot of gore and language, stuff like that.
Modern Warfare 2 was probably the only violent video game I ever played, but that probably wasn't a good idea because I didn't leave my house and, started doing weird things with my toothbrush and eating cotton balls, but I don't know, sometimes violent video games can have terrible outcomes on people.
Video games teach many skills to the developing child. Examples of these skills include problem-solving abilities, perseverance, pattern recognition, estimating skills, inductive reasoning, resource management, logistics, mapping, memory, quick thinking, and reasoned judgments. Many of these skills are abstract and require higher level thinking.
Well, things like a Guitar Hero can really help hand-eye coordination, and then, strategy and problem solving is also comes hand in hand with that. So, I guess overall, hand-eye coordination skills.
Problem solving and learning to work well with others, in multiplayer games.
It helps you out when you're bored, gives you something to do.
You get joy out of winning.
It gives you entertainment, pretty much. It's very entertaining, and some games, you get a little bit of strategy out of it. Sometimes it excels your brain to go further, do stuff in that game.
Laziness and procrastination and distraction, stuff like that, when you're supposed to be doing your schoolwork.
You become very lazy from playing video games. I know that for a fact by myself. I'm a very lazy person from just playing video games all my life.
It does take up a lot of your time, keeps you away from certain people.
It can change your state of mind from being happy to sad.
It's kind of a waste of time.
We asked students around the school if violent video games make violent people.
If you're mentally sound, no. If you have a mental illness of any sort, it's very possible, but the majority of people, I don't think so, because half the people in the school, guys at least, play video games for sure, and as far as I know, none of them have shot up anybody.
If I was playing Gears of War, do you think I would go in and shoot up a school?
No, because why would you do that?
We're violent when we play the games, but when you go out into public, we're not violent.
As someone who plays Gears of War with you, am I a violent person?
Yeah.
All right.